So we are in the beautiful Carenado Premier, and I thought we could go for a bit of a tour around the Derbyshire hills. Beautiful area, and particularly with the new update that's just been released for True Earth Central, you can now fly right over the Ladybower Dams. So we're going to take some imaginary people. In fact, you can be our VIP passengers. You're in the back here, getting a free ride in this beautiful jet. Let's just have it take a look in the back here. Open this up. So we'll have a look in this cabin here. This reminds me of when I went on a beautiful private jet flight, very lucky, in a Hawker. And it's just like being back in there. It's just fantastic. Everything is just modelled so nicely. Typical Carenado, really. And I don't want to keep saying this every video, but oh my goodness, as we're going backwards and forwards, there is just no juddering. It's beautifully smooth. It's so nice. Right, so we'll get this started up. So we will begin by switching on our batteries. I've noticed as well the microphone in the Rift S is not as good as the reverb, if I do continue to make videos, I will probably use my headphones. That they do go over the Rift. It's not really ideal, but unfortunately the microphone isn't that great, which is a surprise really. You have to listen to my drony monotone voice which sounds even worse when you put this on, but never mind. Anyway, so we'll put our ignitions on, engine ECU on, we'll put our boost pumps to on, and I think that's pretty much about it. We can now go for a start. We'll do both because we can cheat. Listen to that sound. Wow. That sounds pretty good. And then we'll introduce some fuel. Oh, not that much fuel. There we go. I think they're on now. Everything's looking good there. N1 is coming up. We can now put our avionics on. Clear that. And we'll put our pitos on. Anti-skid. If you'll let me. And we'll put the boost pumps back onto auto. Like so. Extinguish those. And that's pretty much it. It's very easy to fly. Now we need to get some information. So what we'll do is we'll tune to COM 2.
Echo Golf Yankee Delta Airport information. Echo 0920 Zulu weather wind 280 at 10 visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 2,500 temperature 16 dew point 9er altimeter 3006 advise on initial contact. You have information. Echo.
We have Echo.
Golf Yankee Delta.
We have our altimeter setting. The manipulators in this aircraft are so sensitive. So we could probably just put a very simple flight plan in. Very simple. We'll just enter where we are now, which is Echo Golf Yankee Delta. Cheers, RF Cranwell again. We're going to go maybe to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. which will be Manchester, and that will just give us a bit of an idea, because we're not going to follow that route, but we've got that in so we kind of know where to go. And in relation to Derbyshire, which is basically in between Sheffield and Manchester, and we're going to do a nice little sort of dam busters style pass over the Ladybower Reservoir. That sounds pretty cool, I think. Right, okay, let's get all set up and we will head out to the active runway. Fantastic sounds in this aircraft. Now, Cranwell is very close to where I live in Lincolnshire. Lincolnshire is known for pretty much nothing really, it's just flat and boring. It's alright, it's not too bad, it's sort of in the countryside. I prefer to be in the countryside than in a big city. Spend enough time in them anyway. Okay, so we are nicely lined up. We didn't do any of the lights, so we have failed already. We'll put our landing light on. Nav, beacon, strobe. Cog lights are on. We can just check our trim and put our flaps down. That noise is just my trim waking up. I use a Cytec trim wheel. Invaluable really. It's a very, very, very important piece of my hardware. I'm actually quite worried about when it breaks whether I can still find them, because they seem to be quite hard to get hold of these days. Right, well, we can probably put our boost pumps on for this takeoff just to ensure we eliminate any engine outs. We don't need any. It's quite a nice day today, believe it or not. This is probably my first video for a while of actual nice weather, real weather, using the amazing Ultra Weather XP. Off we go. That's quite loud. Let's turn that down a bit. Okie dokie. Okay, airspeed is definitely alive. We're about to head to V1 already. I can read all of this here, no problem. V2. Positive rate of climb and gear up. This is how the rich kids do it. In their own private jet. Okay, we'll have a nice slow bank and we'll put our flaps on. That's Cranwell Village down there. That's the A15. In fact, we could probably have a bit of a tour over Lincoln as well, because that road, because the A15 goes straight to RAF Waddington. We used to have some fantastic air shows in the day at RAF Waddington. But sadly, ever since they had the runway resurfaced, they have just ceased to exist now. Already I can see that the Lincoln Cathedral is in the distance there. I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen or not. We're already busting 250 knots. This is a very, very quick aircraft. We're not going to be worrying too much about procedures today. I've quite a bit of low cloud, but it's very, very seldom. It won't cause too many problems. Right, so we'll put our landing lights off. See, some of these manipulators are a little bit oversensitive. Put that back to auto. So here is RAF Waddington. Now this is another freeware. I can't remember off the top of my head which one I downloaded because it was such a long time ago, but it is quite heavy with VRAM apparently, but with a 1080 Ti card that's not so much a problem for me anymore. but I have landed at Waddington before, and yeah, I can vouch for how realistic that looks. It's spot on. It's even got the E3D AWACS with the huge mushroom dish on the top of the fuselage. There it is, look. Wow. And that's sort of our constant surveillance for the UK. And to our right we have Lincoln. And look at that. There we have the Lincoln Cathedral, and then to the left of it we have the Lincoln Castle. Beautiful historical city. I used to live there for a bit. We'll have to take a nice... Should we go outside and have a look? Very nice. Very nice. And straight ahead, 12 o'clock, we have RAF Scampton, home to the Red Arrows, but not for much longer, unfortunately, it seems. But as I do work everywhere, I kind of work in this area as well, and I often see the Red Arrows practicing their display during, well, pretty much all year round. And to the left here, it feels like some sort of old days pensioners coach trip, this, doesn't it? And to our left we see Lincolnshire Show, or that's what it would be. Lincolnshire. And we'll just do a little turn over RAF Scampton. Fantastic. So nice. I am loving the Rift S, guys. I really am. We are currently just orbiting Sheffield, and we'll just go back round again to show you the beautiful views. It's now been updated and just looks great. Sheffield is sort of right on the cusp of the Derbyshire hills, and then the other side, sort of if you go further west, you've got Manchester. And it's quite an incredible place really, because you have these two quite large cities, but in the middle you only have to sort of go 10 minutes out of the city and you're in this gorgeous countryside and rolling hills, and it's almost like you're in the middle of nowhere, and you wouldn't imagine you're so close to civilization. And that's what I love about Derbyshire. It's so easy accessible, I suppose. Right, so we're just going to go out as we overfly Sheffield. We'll fantastic. We've got everything all maxed out, and it's just smooth and beautiful. And I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Listen to the sound of that beautiful, beautiful Premier. Carenado have done a fantastic job with the sounds on this. So welcome to Derbyshire, guys. Just a very pretty, beautiful area. And we are on course here, so we're going to go right down now. I hope you enjoy these views because they are pretty spectacular in the headset here. Wake up the local residents. Can you see the dam there off in the distance? And if you head that way, that's the sort of infamous Snake Pass. Fantastic for motorcycles, I've got to say. Very dangerous road, but it is a lot of fun. And that heads all the way into Manchester, where we will eventually end up. But for the time being, let's jump outside if we can do that and enjoy overflying this fantastic dam. Incredible stuff, absolutely incredible stuff. Okay, so now as you can see, in the space of sort of not very many miles, it feels like you could be in the middle of nowhere right now. And here we have rejoined the Snake Pass road. The reason why it's called Snake Pass is because it literally winds its way up to the sort of summit point before dropping down. Okie dokie guys, so we are now on our way home back to RAF Cromwell. I hope you enjoyed our little tour. I'm just going to finish the video with some footage of some drone flying that I did at the real life Ladybower when you was allowed to do it. You're not allowed to do that anymore, unfortunately, but I can kind of see why. The RAF use it as a low flying zone, so that's fair enough. But yeah, I thought I'd stick some footage of some really incredible views of the real. Thanks guys, I'll see you again soon, and safe landings. Cheerio!